Officials don't believe mechanical issues are to blame for the incident, but from there they say they don't know how or why Jones fell off the Ferris wheel. Hurricane season is now officially underway, and with more storms forecasted for 2011 than in years past, officials are urging residents to take every precaution possible. Reporting in Atlantic City, I'm Irwin for News Channel 40 NBC. After escaping from his leash, the women say Peter ran for about a block here on Atlantic Avenue before he was struck by an oncoming truck traveling at an excessive speed. The last of the remaining women living here on the West Campus will be moved to the East Campus by June of this year, but from there, union representatives say they're still looking for answers. Although the snow has stopped for now, this routine will continue well into the early morning hours as salt trucks work to keep ice from forming on roads. Some of the actors even vacationed here as children and say the Boardwalk Empire should provide some much-needed positive national exposure. This first come, first served line for free gas wrapped around the Gulf Station in Vineland today.
I never knew I could be so happy.
Leading the pack was Barbara Forrest, who arrived more than 3 hours early.
My niece called me this morning. She said, "Hey, Barbara, you know what you taught me? If it's free, it's for me." And you know what? I said, "What's going on, honey?" And she said, "It's going to be free gas today. And look at Atlantic Avenue. The church is sponsoring it."
We're here to make a difference in the community, in people's lives. You know, we're not asking them to do nothing. We just want to be a blessing.
I bless you, and I thank you for.
Led by Pastor Vandy Coulter, members of Kingdom Covenant Christian Center were more than happy to help, especially as gas prices continue to climb closer to the $4 mark.
My thoughts are, if you're in this line, it's because you know what it's like to feel the gas prices and the pain, and you got to make life decisions, how much gas to put in versus what bill to pay.
Patricia, that's my sister Veronica, that's my niece Sophia. The first 8 cars is all family. This is my son Jasmine.
The close-knit group was included in the first 30 people who received eggs ranging from $10 to a fill-up.
Yeah, fill her up. She gets a fill-up.
For being at the head of the line, Barbara got a free fill-up.
Oh, I got a full tank of gas! Thank you, Lord Jesus!
60 cars got free gas here in Vineland on this Good Friday, and the pastor says the gift's meaning is much more than just free transportation.
It's love. And to me, that's the greatest gift you can give is love. You get ready to drive it out in a few days anyway, but the love will carry a lot longer. You know, what you were blessed with by what God has done, that will last a lot longer.
Reporting in Vineland, I'm Irwin for News Channel 40 NBC. Too many young lives have been lost due to gun violence on Atlantic City streets, and the mothers and loved ones of those who have passed have had enough.
We're tired of the funerals.
March 8, 2006, my daughter was 6 months old. While her father was sitting on his porch, somebody walked by and shot him 8 times. Missing him 1 time, but shot him 7 times, 6 in the stomach and 1 in the head. And nobody said anything. The killer's still on the loose.
The silence that came after the crime made matters worse for Rasheen and others who continue to mourn.
The people have to know that they have to stop supporting the code of silence. It's unnecessary. I mean, when people are killing people, you got to stand up and do what's morally right as a human being, or this will never stop. This will never stop.
To combat the issue, Rasheen and community leaders pounded the pavement.
So we want to continue to be out here to support those families. And these young people that's out there that's probably doing some of this violence, we want them to know that, you know, there's another way.
The group marched from Browns Park to here on the corner of Baltic and South Carolina with hopes of stopping the silence once and for all.
So we want to continue to do this on a weekly basis for a while to stir the motivation up that there's a better way. And there's good role models out there that are willing to help.
An effort aimed at ensuring that Atlantic City's youngest residents don't share the same fate as some who have come and gone before them. We'll have more on those stories in just a minute, but first, topping our news tonight, an excessive heat warning came into effect today and is possibly extending into tomorrow. Temperatures hit the high 90s and even forced some schools into early dismissal. Authorities urge children, the elderly, and pets to take extra caution. The high temperatures, humidity, and reduced air quality make the outdoors and those facilities without air conditioning extremely dangerous and uncomfortable. For a better look into this heat wave and what to expect for the rest, the contract being negotiated actually expired in December of last year. So the two sides will eventually have to start bargaining for a new contract, even though the old contract is still not in effect. Another four-legged friend on the Galloway Township Police Department has sadly passed away. K9 Blaze collapsed today just after starting his indoor training session in Galloway. There's a new twist tonight in the Congressman Anthony Weiner story. Reports indicate he and his wife are expecting their first child. Meanwhile, the chorus of Democrats calling for Weiner to step down continues to grow. He has reportedly been calling colleagues to apologize for his photo scandal. NBC's Kristen Dahlgren is in Washington with the latest. Hello, South Jersey. I'm Shane Irwin with your Sunday Sports Report. We start things off tonight at 11 with the Fightin' Phils, who face a tough test today at their home away from home as the New York Yankees pay a visit to Clearwater, Florida. Many people in South Jersey hoping this is a World Series preview, and fans are out in full force to pack Bright House Field. But today is not the Phillies' day. His record this spring is now 1-1. The ECAC Conference Tournament wrapped up yesterday in Atlantic City as Yale skated away with a 6-0 win in the championship game. The victory earned them an automatic berth in the NCAA tournament, and today the good news continued. This afternoon, the matchups for the 2011... Thanks, guys. The Blue Devils know all about the playoffs, and it's the South Jersey Group 3 title that Hamilton won a year ago that everyone's gunning for, especially their opponents tonight, Burlington Township. Let's get out to the Blueberry Capital for this one. Thanks, Pete. The first half of my showcase tonight shines on Atlantic Christian School in Egg Harbor Township. The Cougars with a Division I athlete in center Luke Petrowski. He's verbally committed to Richmond, and they most likely have another in senior guard Deshaun Minnis, who's also getting plenty of attention from several D1 schools.